Now, these are the kind of videos I love making. Love making? Whoa, not that kind of video today. Today's video is all about what I'm currently carrying as an EDC in 2025. But before we get into it, whoa, verse of the day coming right at you. Verse of the day, Matthew 9:37 through 38, ESV version says, "Then he said to his disciples, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest." I hope that blesses you this week. Amen. All right, guys, let's get into this video. So I'm going to break down what I'm currently carrying or have been carrying this year since the start of January. Now, this is no particular order, just kind of what I've been feeling and what I've been carrying the most. Gun number one, what I've been carrying mostly is this guy right here, the Sauer XMacro. Now, you know, there's a lot of fuss right now about Sauer. Say what you want about Sauer, but the XMacro, P365 XMacro, honestly, I think is one of the best EDC pistols on the market right now. And of course, we have the compensated comp up here. Now, I love the XMacro for this simple reason that the magazine holds 17 rounds. Plus one in the chamber, making it a total of an 18-round EDC, which is pretty insane. Like, for the compact size, for how slim and how just easy it is to handle, you can't really beat that. Now, the only downfall I do think with the XMacro is it's just a little bit heavy for me sometimes. Now, I know, yeah, be a man, carry your gun, I get it. But reality, let's live in reality. It's a heavy gun. It can be a heavy gun when you have 18 rounds total. So before we get further into the video, I want to thank today's sponsor, and that's Valorous TV. Valorous TV is the new ultimate streaming destination celebrating America's greatest heroes. Through premium hand-picked films and television content, Valorous honors the bravery and sacrifices of the military, police, first responders, and everyday patriots who define courage. As the home for the heroes, Valorous TV delivers bold, inspiring, and action-packed content that entertains and educates, all completely free and available 24/7. You'll find something that you'll love in their vast collection of hundreds of must-watch titles that showcase the spirit of heroism and valor. So start streaming free today on YouTube at Valorous TV. I mean, I've been carrying this, I think, for the last, I would say, month and a half, full time, and it's been phenomenal. For the optic, I'm currently using the Holosun 407K X2. I've had this optic on for the last 3 years. I just changed the battery. Long-lasting battery, really good option right here. So I think this all in all is about sub $1,000. So if you're looking for a new EDC and you're looking to get an XMacro, to answer your question, no, this is not shot itself. I've not shot my dick off yet. I say yet because there's still a little bit of timidness, you know, when it comes to carrying a Sauer, but I carry it every single day and it's been great. So that, I actually stopped carrying that just a couple days ago, funny enough, and I started getting into the Glock 43X. Now, if you know me, you know the channel. I've talked about the 43X a lot, okay? I've carried this gun for the last, 4-5 years. Solid EDC setup. Downfall, 10 rounds. Now, I know what you're going to say. The Shield Arm magazine holds 15 rounds. I get it. I just haven't bought it. Okay, the only thing that I don't like about this currently is that it's non-MOS, which means I can't put an optic on there. I'm rocking iron sights, but, you know, paired with this holster right here, this is a phenomenal EDC, low-profile carry. Holster is by Holster, by the way. I will link this down below. You can use code JQ10 for 10% off if you want. But, man, something like this, if you're just going to church and need something low-key, something quick that's going to be light, it's not going to dig into you, the 43X is a solid carry. Now, sticking with Glock here, before I was carrying the 43X, I think in January to mid-February, I was carrying the Glock 19 Gen 5. Obviously MOS because we have a Trijicon RMR Type 2 on here, and here's the thing with the Glock 19 Gen 5, okay? I love it. I love carrying it. It literally fits in my hand so well. When I was on patrol, we were rocking Glock 45s, so 17 handle, 19 slide. I love the length of the 19. Great slide. Great overall gun. Now, the only gripe I have is that the pistol grip, the pistol grip is just a little bit too thick. Again, I know, be a man, carry the gun, blah, 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 like be hard, stay hard. I get it. But like in reality, it is thick. For those of you who carry guns every single day, I've carried for the last 5 years and then 2 of those years professionally. So like it does tend to get heavy when you're carrying every single day, going to the groceries, going, activities to school with your kids and everyday life. Like it does get heavy and you do feel it. But yeah, I'd rather have it than, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So, the Glock 19, another great, let's see, do I have a holster for this? I think. Again, carried in this bad boy by Holster. Again, I'll leave this down in the description below. But the only thing, 15 rounds. Yeah, you can put 15 rounds plus one in the chamber, total of 16 rounds. Totally phenomenal carry. But overall, it can get heavy. And I do, for some people, the Glock triggers just aren't it. I tend to disagree. I love stock triggers in Glock. Now, I haven't tried the performance Glock triggers yet. I hear they're a whole lot better, which I would definitely want to try, which leads me into my next point of, I've seen the Glock 48s and the Glock 43X with the KOA, right? Aim Point Pro optics on there. Now, I would love to check those out and potentially EDC those options. Now, at SHOT Show, I did see the Glock 48 with the KOA and the Glock 43X with the KOA. It seems to be a little bit better. It looks like I didn't get to shoot it, but overall handling, looks, feel, it felt really good in my hands. It just felt nice. So, one other thing that you might see other than this last pistol here is I don't carry a weapon light. And now you're probably thinking, whoa, that is a cardinal sin. If you're going to everyday carry a gun, you should have a pistol light. Honestly, I don't really care to have a pistol light, right? And if you carry and you rock a pistol light, by all means, carry one. But here's my take on it. I'm not on patrol anymore. I don't have to have a pistol light. I'm not going to go into a building at 2 a.m. I'm not going to go, clear a house, things like that. If I'm out on a date, we're back by 11 p.m., and if I have to draw my gun, depending on the circumstance, most likely I'm not going to go into a dark building and clear rooms. It's not going to happen, right? It's going to be quick. It's going to be very violent and very over. QVO, shout out to you, man. Great content. So that's just kind of my take on it. Now, I will say I do carry a light and other things in my vehicle, and we can get into that here in a little bit. But for the most part, when it comes to pistol lights, I don't need it. Even in my home defense gun, like this might be a weird thought, but I don't carry a light on my pistol light, even at home, just because if someone's going to come in my house, I know everything about my house inside and out. If someone comes in, I have the advantage. And if I'm not turning lights on, I have even more tactical advantage. I'm going to be like Batman. Like, ain't no way that guy's going to see me coming or guys see me coming. If I start turning lights on, well, then I might be dead or I might get shot or my family gets hurt, right? So when it comes to pistol lights, if I'm just EDCing as a civilian, I'm not about it. And it does make the pistol overall lighter and easier to carry, which brings me to this gun right here, the Smith & Wesson Carry Comp. Now, this guy, if you want to talk about heavy, you want to talk about weight, this guy is beefy. I got a TLR 7X and I have a Holosun 507 Comp. Now, sometimes I do carry this when I go to church. I think, 15 rounds. Let's see, 15 rounds plus one in the chamber, total of 16 rounds. But, for something like a Glock, right now, I would say they weigh about the same, and this has the pistol light. So that should tell you something about the Glock, right? And I just feel like, this is all compensated, and there's a bunch of ports on here. It's a very cool, fast gun. I love the trigger on this Smith & Wesson. I think the carry comps, the triggers are phenomenal, and Smith & Wesson really, did a great job on these triggers. I love the big optic on here. And I mean, it's just a huge window on that 507 comp. So it's really, really nice. But, tritium night sights or tritium night sight on the front sight here. Sorry, I'm pointing it at you. I'm not going to shoot you because it's not even a thing. Stop it. Stop commenting. Anyway, the carry comp is just a phenomenal EDC. So sometimes I carry this. Also, it does tend to get heavier just because it is built, like a tank. So sometimes I'll carry, sometimes I won't. Again, when I want to go low profile, 43X, but I would love the 48 with the KOA or 43X with the KOA. Hopefully soon I can get that going. Okay, so now let's get into the EDC of like what's in my vehicle, what's on my person when I leave my vehicle, right? All right, so when it comes to everyday carry, that's not on my person, it's going to be in my vehicle or my backpack for the most part, but mainly more so in my truck and my car. And that consists of a couple of things. Obviously, I'll have my wallet, I'll have my phone on me at all times, my keys, kind of the basic stuff, and the EDC pistol. Now, when it comes to pocket knives, I carry one of these, the F1 Alpha by Tecto Knives. And yes, they do sponsor the channel, and they're awesome knives. Some are D2 steel, but that's fine. Mainly, I open envelopes, boxes. Occasionally, I've cut a cord for my wife, or if I'm at church, I'm cutting, zip ties, or I'm giving someone else my knife because they need it for something else. I'm not going to go out in the woods in the jungle and I don't need this giant machete. I need something that's going to work every single day. And if you want to get one of these Tecto knives, they're phenomenal. They have a whole bunch of other knives, pocket knives, which are just great. You can also use code JQ10. I'll leave that in the description below for you guys as well. Of course, chapstick, because sometimes lips get chapped. Come on, you need some Burt's Bees chapstick. I leave this in the car though. As far as the pocket knife, when I go to church, I'll carry a pocket knife, but other than that, it'll live in my car or my backpack. And then, in my car, in the center console, a Sharpie and a pen. My pen, coincidentally, I forgot in my car, but I have a Sharpie and a pen in the center console because if I'm going to the bank, I need a pen, got to sign something, cashier's check, etc., or my wife needs a pen, or whatever the case may need, or maybe, you obviously know, pen, Sharpie, it's good to have a couple on those. Now, when it comes to lights, if you know me, I love lights. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's just, it's a little bit of a hyperfixation on these cool lights, but I have 2 lights that I carry, not on me personally, but they're in my vehicle at all times. This is the Cloud Defensive light right here. Now, this thing, phenomenal. I forget which version this is, but this is like I will link this down below for you guys, but this is the Cloud Defensive light. Very high lumen output, but also very focused candela and throw. I used to carry this sometimes when I was on patrol, but this lives in the glove box just in case I need it. And then kind of the more utilitarian light that I use. For example, if I'm going to church early in the morning because I'm in the worship band, I'll need to go unlock the church, and I will bring this guy, the Streamlight Wedge. Now, the Wedge, phenomenal light, very, as you can see, very small, light, thin, compact, very, very slim. So if you wanted to every day carry this in your pockets, it's got a clip on here, phenomenal. But this is it's got here's the brightness, and then you engage it even more, boom, gets even brighter. So that's a big plus, and the battery lasts a long time. I haven't charged this specific light in the last, I think, 4.5 to 5 weeks. But sometimes, when I'm driving, I'll just plug this in. It's got USB-C. You can charge it USB-C. So just, put it in the car, use my iPhone charger, plug it in, and I'm good to go. But this, very slim, compact, and very bright. So sometimes I'll carry this, again, when I go to church or come to the office, stuff like that. And one thing that I just started carrying in the vehicle this year has been a tourniquet. Now, I'm still not at the point where I'm going to carry a tourniquet on my person, like on me. I know other people like to do so, and that's totally fine. I get it. But, I kind of want to get a smaller TQ, something that's going to be more pocket friendly. I'm not there yet. So I have this full-size cat tourniquet in my vehicle. And honestly, I should have 4 more for my family, just because, you know, I got kids, got my wife, so I should have TQs for them as well. But, you know, when I'm traveling, this is in my backpack. There's one in my vehicle, which is phenomenal. And in my backpack, I have body armor, which is on the other side of my office. But I have an insert I have an insert body armor in my backpack. And so I have one of these in my backpack, TQs in my car, just in case something happens. It's there if I need it, which is good. Maybe I should carry it on myself or on me, you know, just for added protection. But I don't want to be like tactical person. Like I don't want people to know that I mean, if you know me, you know that I'm carrying every single time. So no matter where I'm at, I'm carrying, right? So that is kind of the on person / in the vehicle items that I carry. I like to be very minimal with my things. I don't like to like go all in. You know, I have obviously a med kit in the car. We got some other stuff in the car that, you know, we'll might need. Obviously, tailor your EDC setup to how you need it for you and your family, obviously. But for right now, this is kind of what I'm rocking, and it's self-sufficient, you know, for the kind of the everyday tasks, every day, you know, going to the grocery, going to the bank, going to the office, you know, meeting friends, going out to eat, stuff like that. So this is more so of the EDC setup for the everyday consumer / person. Now, I know this is a very minimal setup, but I would love to know what you guys do. What kind of gear do you EDC? What pistol do you EDC? Comment down below. We'd love to know what your thoughts are. And maybe I'll make a more in-depth video in kind of like my backpack gear. But for the most part, this is what I carry. And man, maybe I should just go buy the Glock 48 Koa and then just EDC the crap out of that thing and then make a review video. So if you want to see that, let me know down below. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next Johnny Q video. Peace.